If you totally hate earbuds with silicone tips, I've got 3 picks to compare today so you can see if any of them suits you best. Let's get started. Selamat pagi, good morning everyone, Kenneth here and welcome to my budget half-in-ears or AirPod style recommendations video. As always, everything said in this video is my own honest opinion, and if you're buying any of the buds, please check out the affiliate links in the description because I may get a small commission at no extra cost to you. Thank you so much, and let's get started with the first buds in the list. We've got the Soundpeats Air4. And I'll be brutally honest with you, it's been a few years since the launch of their Soundpeats app and there's been no improvements at all, especially to the user interface, which is baffling. This is especially the case with the Air4 because just navigating and making a custom EQ is worse than a chore. I had to restart the app a couple times. When I changed the EQ slider, the app would freeze for a good 10 seconds before I can do anything else. I know you'll only have to do this once, but still. Also, there's one very important note about the sound quality here because this got ANC. It's almost like turning ANC on finally provides power to the drivers, as without it the sound would have no bass at all. And I'm not even gonna talk about it, just don't bother using it. I don't know about the cheaper Air4 Lite. If it sounds like ANC on, then that's great. If not, then that's not a good look at all. Let me know if any of you got it in the comments below and how does it sound. Anyway, for this reason alone, I'm gonna treat this as strictly an ANC on buds. And sure, the ANC does reduce ambient noise, but all I'm focused on is the sound quality now, which after some EQing does sound very good with nice sub-bass rumble. That's why it's still borderline recommendable for the $60 asking price. For the song examples, I'm gonna be comparing this to the FIIL CC, Nano, and Soundcore K20i, and keep in mind the Soundcore is much cheaper at just $20 here, while the FIIL is at the same price. Let's take Countdown from Kiss of Life for example. The opening guitar strum hits very nicely here with well-presented sound staging that sounds more natural than the Soundcore, even though vocal presentation is still better on the FIIL. One thing the Soundpeats excels is the bass rumble, especially in the chorus. It hits like an in-ear buds, something the FIIL couldn't compete here, and while the Soundcore gets close, but still the Soundpeats performs the best. You can check out my EQ as a starting point. I think it's a pretty great sound for half-in-ear, and then you can tweak to your preferences from there. Now, some other features that Soundpeats offers is aptX lossless support, which is pretty unique, but requires you to have phones with one of the latest Snapdragon chips. So that's not a lot of phones, and in comparison, LDAC is more widely supported as a high-res codec. Also, battery life is around 5 hours with ANC on, and you get 3 more charges in the case, so you'll be charging this once a week or even earlier if you use it more. And as much as this should be standard, the Soundpeats is the only one with pairing button in the case. And gaming mode can be activated with 3 taps on the left earbud. Happy to say, it's got multi-point connection as well. So all the things here you can activate through the earbuds itself. You don't really have to fiddle with the app often. Okay, hit the thumbs up if you found this video helpful so far, and let's move on to the next buds in the list, which is my long-time half-in-ear favorite, the FIIL CC Nano. Now, this goes at the same price point, around $60, but recently something happened that made things worse than a buggy app, which is a perfectly great app support taken away from you, at least in the global version. This is quite a deal breaker, since to make the CC Nano sound good, it's pretty much a must to change the EQ preset to bass. Then a lot of the important settings are also off by default, so unless you got an Android phone and you download the Chinese APK or register a Chinese Apple ID, you will not be able to reach its full potential here. And I can tolerate this 3 years ago, but today I just can't. Actually, there's one more manufacturer guilty of this as well, but that's another topic for another day. Let me know in the comments if you know it though. Still, if you decide to pull the trigger, honestly, this sounds great. The star of the show is the vocals. They are clear and forward with good sound staging for its class. Basically, it's a great sound similar to the AirPods at just a fraction of the price. Take Bubblegum by New Jeans for example. It's got a great balance between enough low end to the forward and center vocals. You can easily distinguish between each member here, and the instruments like drum pad, synth, the bass guitar are nicely detailed, nicely separated, and supports the music from the back. Furthermore, the metal design looks and feels awesome. It's got full controls including volume and multi-point connection, but only if you get the chance to at least activate it once in the app. And not to forget, the microphone is great too, which we'll test at the the end of the video. It's got 5 hours of playtime with 5 more charges in the case. It wirelessly charges as well, and gaming mode is here, but it's not like Soundpeats where you can turn it on via touch control. This again is in the app. Alright, last and the latest, here we have this Soundcore K20i. And I told you that sponsored or not, I will always give you my honest thoughts. Just let me say it again. This is a too good to be true earbuds for 20 bucks. That's just 1/3 of the price, and you get like 80% of the sound quality and actually miles better app support. You know why I was so surprised by this? Most of the details you can find in my showcase video here, but I'll try to add another sound quality comparison with this EDM song Be Kind by Marshmello. It's not a complicated song by any means, but especially for cheap half-in-ears, bass is a problem where most of them just couldn't drive that thump. Well, not the K20i here. The sub bass here reaches deep. The vocal and treble is also clear without being too piercing or sibilant after EQing. And you know, it doesn't win any awards. The FIIL has better vocal presentation, and the Soundpeats is actually more powerful in the low end. But remember, the K20i is so cheap that getting close to both of them is already great enough. And pair that with the 6 hours battery life and 5 more chargers in the case. There's no multi-point, no pairing button, nor special codec to brag about here, but the robust Soundpeats app support means you can customize the control schemes for using 2 earbuds or just 1 earbud. And actually, this is one of the most comfortable buds to use while lying down on a pillow. Also, just a note, while gaming mode is here, it actually reduces latency from a sad 500 milliseconds to the standard Bluetooth 300 milliseconds. So don't count on it here. But yeah, at least the microphone is pretty good as well. So let's check it out now and we'll wrap up the video.
All right, welcome to the microphone test, everyone. We are on the Soundpeats Air4 right now. What do you think of the sound quality? Right now, there's a sound of an airplane flying above, so it should give a little bit more noise for the Soundpeats Air4 to handle with. Does it perform well or not? Let me know after this comparison with the next earbud. Alright, so here we are with the FIIL CC Nano now. What do you think of the sound quality? And as usual, there are 2 outdoor ACs running right now. But yeah, let me know, what do you think how this year's crop of earbuds fare compared to the... Okay, let's move on to the next one. Okay, last but not least, here we are with the much cheaper, much more affordable Soundcore K20i. What do you think of the sound quality? Same exact position as before, and maybe this does beat the Soundpeats. Let me know.
And here we are now recording with the phone microphone, and this is basically the noise that I'm in right now. It's not super noisy, but it gives a good, like, low, rumbly noise test to all these different earbuds, and we can definitely see one is better than the other. Let me know your comments, which one is your pick. And also, if you're looking for the full showcase of the Soundcore K20i, I'll put it right here. And if you put an in-ear fit instead, I am working on a video. I'll put it right here when it's done. Don't forget to use the affiliate links to help me support the channel, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.